Hello, kababayan, and hello, YouTubers. Um, I brought up this complaint to you guys about the 24-hour antigen test. I brought it up as it was going to cause some problems. At that time, IATF has not approved it yet. So I was trying to put it out there to you guys so you guys will be aware of it. What I was trying to point out was the 24-hour antigen test is too short. The time frame is too short. The 24-hour antigen test is not like the 1 day antigen test. So let me explain what is the difference. So here in America, before you get onto the international flight, you have to take an antigen test. So the antigen test is 1 day prior to your flight. You can take your test any time of the day before your flight. So if your flight is on Monday at 10 p.m., Sunday, you could take your test anytime on Sunday. You could take it early in the morning Sunday. So if you have a problem with your test, you can retake a test. So you have enough time. The 24-hour antigen test, if your flight is on Monday 10 p.m., you can't even test before 10 p.m. on Sunday. Let me backtrack so everybody can understand what I'm talking about. Your flight is on Monday 10 p.m. So the earliest you can take the test is Sunday 10 p.m. But you can't take the test on Sunday 10 p.m. because all the labs are closed. So realistically, you can only take the test on Monday morning, but you fly Monday night. So if you take that Monday test, the antigen test, and you test positive, we're going to have an issue because you're flying that night. You know how problematic that would be, especially for the seniors. They're flying that night, that evening, and then in the morning they're testing positive. That's nerve-wracking. So let me take a different side or perspective, and maybe you can understand what I'm talking about. So I don't know if you guys know about this. The antigen itself is not an accurate test, and some news out there, an article, they talk about the 40% testing false positive. So out of 100%, about 42% tested false positive. So that's very close to 50%. So imagine yourself at the airport thinking it's only going to take about 15 minutes or half an hour to take the test. And then you take the test in the morning because you're flying that night, and you couldn't take the test the day before because all the labs are closed or you were working. Imagine yourself, you taking that test and you test false positive. What do you do? So you're out of time because you're actually flying that night. So you see that possibility of happening. So I would prefer if Miss Puyat, Bernadette Puyat, if she actually changed this ruling into making it to a 1 day antigen test. So that gives us enough time so that if something messes up or the reading is a false positive, we can rectify it before we get on that flight or before we have to cancel our flight. I'm putting this out there because to me it's very urgent and very important, because she needs to realize that she was wrong about this. She overlooked it. Just like when she proposed the 24-hour antigen test to the IATF, I already knew something wrong with that. She overlooked it. Or the whole crew that she's hanging around with overlooked it. Then the IATF passed it. So I was wondering somehow if we could bring this up to her and change it to a 1-day antigen test. No more 24-hour antigen tests. So this is probably my first time being really concerned, because I'm really concerned about the other people out there. Since I've been vlogging, I come across a lot of people out in a different part of America or a different part of the world where testing is very limited. They don't have it at night. They don't have it early in the morning. They don't have it in the weekend. And I didn't know it was like that on the other part of the country. It's not like California where we have so many testing sites over here. I realize from the other people, because I'm blogging now, because they communicate with me. We talk on the phone, we talk on Messenger, we see each other face to face. And I could just imagine what they're going through. There's even one lady in Germany. She can't take a flight because there's no testing place. So now I know how hard it is for them, because I don't feel it here in California. But there's so many test places. There's so many labs around here. So I don't know what I can do. Maybe I could email the IATF, and the problem with them is you email, they don't even respond. And if they do respond, it's about 2, 3, 4 weeks later. Wow. So, guys, if you are going to do the 24-hour antigen test, keep in mind there's a possibility, about 40%, that you can have a false positive. And if you're flying that same night or the same day, I don't know what to say. So try to get it the day before. But on the other video that I just made, you will see that it's very difficult to do the 24-hour antigen test. I even called it the 24-hour antigen test the night flight killer, and also weekday flight killer, because it's the 24-hour is just too narrow of a time. I can't believe they overlooked this. The moment I heard about them amending the resolution 164, and then they mentioned the 24 hours, I knew there was something wrong. But we as a group, let's find out a way to send her the message and change that right away. I'm going to do my part. But if you guys can help out, send it out there. Look at my other video. I did a dry run. A dry run is where you actually take something or your action plan or whatever it is you think is going to happen, and you try it for real. So, for example, you think you can go from West Covina to LA in 30 minutes. So you do a dry run and try it actually to see if you could do it in 30 minutes. And then you can actually see it may not happen because there's traffic involved. So that's a dry run. I did the dry run on the 24-hour antigen test, and it failed. So guys, kababayan and YouTubers out there, let's change this around. Okay, so that's all I can say right now. Thank you, YouTubers and kababayan. And I hope you guys understand my concern. Love you guys.